In this video, we will install Access Web and PBS application services. Then we will install Modern Communication Module for improved file operations. And finally, we will install Remote Desktops components. Before you begin, refer to the latest Access Web Administrator's Guide for the prerequisites. Log into the machine where Access Web needs to be installed. I have copied the installer to the machine. To begin the installation, execute the command. Accept the license agreement. The installer provides three options, and the recommended option is to install Access Web and PaaS in the same machine, which is the default option. Enter the license server details. You can add multiple license servers separated with a colon. Press enter. Enter a staging directory for PaaS. When you submit a job, your job files will be copied to a location before they are executed. Ensure there is a sufficient space in the directory. I will continue with the default stage directory. Use the service user which you have created as a prerequisite. Ensure you have full permissions to the following locations. Enter the location where the binary files are to be installed. I will continue with the default location. Enter the location where the configuration and log files are to be installed. I will continue with the default location. Specify the path to a HyperWorks installation to visualize animation results. Specify the path to a Compose installation to visualize plot results. Only trusted URLs can authenticate Access Web with OpenID Connect support. Provide the fully qualified host name or the IP address. You will use this later to log into the application. Press enter. Review the installation summary and press enter. The installation begins. The Access Web Services installation is complete. Let's enable the job history by executing the following command. Next, we will install Modern Communication Module. Modern Communication Module must be set up to complete the installation. Please refer to the latest Access Web Administrator's Guide for the Modern Communication Module prerequisites. Navigate to the Python location. Let us run the Modern Communication Module script. Press enter. Specify the location to distribute. Enter the user. The user must be present on all PBS server and MOM machines and must be able to communicate without password. I have already created this user who has passwordless access across all nodes. Enter yes to override the existing modules. Verify the inputs that you just provided. This completes the modern communication module setup. Now let us start the Access Web. Enter the command. Let's check the status of binary files, configuration and log files, and PaaS repository files, locations by entering the command. Access Web is installed successfully and the PaaS server is running. Enter the Access Web URL with the IP address you specified during installation. If you specified a fully qualified hostname, use that instead of the IP address. Log into the Access application. I am logging in as a service user. This user is automatically designated as a portal administrator. Click Manage Services to view the registered PaaS server. Next, let us install Remote Desktops components. Refer to the Access Web Administrator's Guide for the prerequisites for installing Remote Desktops components. You need to run two separate scripts: the Workload Manager for End Desktops and Configure Xserver. Navigate to the script directory. To configure PBS Pro and PaaS, enter the command. The script requests you to provide the list of graphical node and the number of end desktops. Provide the list of graphical nodes and please provide the desktops count. The setup is configuring the desktop counts for the node. If you want to configure more end desktops, enter yes, enter no to exit the script. A queue called iWorkQueue is created by the installer. Let's verify the existence of the interactive queue. This queue exclusively handles interactive job requests. You can observe the iWork queue is enabled and started. Configure Xserver on the execution host to support the interactive applications. Navigate to the script location. Enter the command. The script will provide permissions to start Xserver. Remote desktop setup is complete. You can now run the interactive applications.